Yeah, Mr1050, Jason Hunter. Let's get it. Yeah, make way, Mr1050's coming through. Jason Hunter hitting corners, you know how we do. In the Hellcat, red iron Range Rover. Criminals are better off pulling to the shoulder. His fiance, his ride or die's real. He got the wheel, she got the steel. The colonel for the state police, there's no peace. Dire Sky helps to put his mind at ease. Special carbine and heavy pistol. Bullets hit your car and it sounded like a missile. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, cause Jason Hunter's working overtime. All the other competition better wait in line, cause he's on the grind. So when you see him coming through, best thing for you to do is just move. Mr1050, that's the name. Driver skills be the best in the game. Jason Hunter, bang bang, switching lanes. Criminal shot down, you know how we do things. Mr1050, that's the name. Driver skills be the best in the game. Jason Hunter, bang bang, switching lanes. Criminal shot down, you know how we do things. Waking up to die, you're laying right next to her. She won't let the haters get the best of them. They closer than close like jelly and toast. They engage in the stage of shutting down all foes. The metal world better look out, look out. When he's rolling through, Jason's leaving no doubts. One of the best with the aim. One war, better charge it to the game. Mr1050, Mr1050. Always got a plan when it gets sticky. Looking in the rear view, they say it's iffy. In the car, bumping Mob Deep and Biggie. Doing his best to watch the city, not afraid of the time, not afraid to get gritty. Yeah. And if you really got a problem, we got 1050 ways to solve them. Yeah. Mr1050, that's the name. Driver skills be the best in the game. Jason Hunter, bang bang, switching lanes. Criminal shot down, you know how we do things. Mr1050, that's the name. Driver skills be the best in the game. Jason Hunter, bang bang, switching lanes. Criminal shot down, you know how we do things.
What up, chat? Let's kill that. Alright, let's roll. Shit, Dizzy, what up, brother? What's goody, man? Y'all can hear me correctly? What's up? You been at, stranger? Appreciate the light, man. What's goody? Don't start with me. Hey, I ain't gonna start. I'll leave it alone. As long as you know, like I know, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like I know, you know. Nah, but what's goody, man? Why is the ability slot open? Like, I put an ability. Like, so what the fuck, bro? Select. Select. Alright, whatever. Bloody Savage of the Light, man. I appreciate it. What's good? I guess we're gonna do it with no ability. We got no ability. I'm chilling, man. I've been, you know, been busy with life and other things, and you know what I mean. I've been trying to get it streaming in every night, and possibly in the mornings, playing some stuff that we just want to play. You know what I mean? So you're back to walking, man. Congratulations. I thought you were walking a minute though, right? Thought you were walking for a minute though. I thought you were walking for like a good minute by now. Cheeto with the like, man. Ah, appreciate it, brother. What up?
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got J.K. Dobbins. He's coming off a great week, reaching triple digits in yards with a collection of touchdowns. It's the Ravens and the Cardinals next on Madden NFL 24.
About a month. Shane, what up? Rainy afternoon. It's been raining here too, though. It's been annoying raining, you know, like when it rains and then like it's a floody, quick rain and then it stops and like, you know. I'm running this shit back. I don't give a fuck.
Returning from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January. And he could very well...
Right there for the next 3 days. It'd be like that, man.
Right to the air is Jackson.
There we go.
Right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his
team
24. Quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Jackson on first down. A short throw caught by Andrews. The numbers for Andrews last week. I asked him before the game, did you know that you were close to 200 last week? He said, oh, yeah, I knew I was right on the doorstep, just short of it, but a touchdown as well. Heck of a game.
I like that he was honest with you because they always know. They keep tracking their head.
But how's other things going with you, man?
The defense this week. This was a week of open field tackling practice because you know he's going to get his catches. The key is to limit him after the catch, put him on the ground.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 12 yards to pick up there. Good.
Run with the light, man. What's good?
That's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Let's run it again. They ain't gonna expect it.
From the 33. They'll go again with Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The Ravens are 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Skies.
And this is going to be
accepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as they force the INT.
Damn.
The game's opening drive.
I really don't think you can
push that.
Decision making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Glad to hear it, bro. I'm glad to hear things are working out for you.
For the first time, and
things been a little light in here lately, man. I ain't gonna lie, but been trying to hold it.
Well, Kyler Murray.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Murray going to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Rondale Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. You look at this Baltimore defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering,
why am I looking this way though?
I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes. See if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
And now the 3rd.
You're gonna be a dad again?
As well.
How many kids you got now? 26?
Any game you play in third down defense, something we gotta watch.
26 kids.
Gotta be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On fourth down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
2. Let's cap.
Here's Williams to return.
Damn.
41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
Let's
over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Let's get this shit going,
on the
man.
field before the game, he said simply, "I was in a groove." He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest.
We total with the one on the way.
That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Only 2 that I should know about. It's crazy.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Stop, baby. Look at that pass, though. Look at that pass, though. What about this, though? What about that pass, though? Look at that pass. Look at that pass.
This afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is.
I'm glad to have you in here. Maybe we get the comments up a little bit, man. We got 18 comments. All right. Let's try to get these comments up, man. We definitely got a star party out there as well. All right. You know what? I'm gonna go for the. Hold on.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Whoa, bro, this run back.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 16 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And Roman with the 50, man. I appreciate you, brother. I do, man. Oh, you're trying to get that party going for the morning, I guess, man. I appreciate it, and we try to get one going at some point.
Right now. Murray now to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Ravens to take over.
Let's
on
gun
offense.
it. Let's see if we can get a pass, bro.
That 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Play action. It's Jackson.
Oh, no. Let's go. Oh, Yo, what about that touchdown though? What about that touchdown though, yo? Come on, man. Anderson's got to be my favorite, bro. He's my favorite.
Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield.
All right, what do you think? We're going to go for that extra point or what?
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a
Fuck
zinger
it.
or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
There we go.
He is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores,
Be angry now, right? They're gonna be angry as shit now.
On the other sideline.
100, yeah.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
All right.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
All right. Man coverage, man blitz. Nah, I'm going to go for...
Here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive.
All right, so they want to run.
Picking up the first, but you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Murray.
Quarterback sack.
He's going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching...
So, Jay, did you find that if it's a girl or boy yet, or is it like... What's up with that?
Scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Damn it, bro. James Chalk with the leg, man. I appreciate it.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
I mean, wide open, bro.
He's got his target. That's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds downs, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season.
Jet pull shallow.
It opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And Jackson throwing once more.
Ooh.
It's caught. Beckham. And they're going to be set up down around the 15.
They almost sacked me too. Almost had me. Literally almost.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
All right. Let's go for the
Tucker for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Oh, I messed up.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Murray now on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side.
And they're going to try to run it now, so let's...
Here's a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Murray. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Don with the like, man. What's up, Don? What's good?
We are starting to witness time and time again. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 39-yard punt.
Chilling. What's good with you, man?
Yards on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow, and I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the
I almost got intercepted with that one. I got lucky on that.
Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Play action. Now Jackson. That is incomplete.
You know, enjoying the early morning. I feel you.
Because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And he will have a Ravens Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense.
Let's go for some running.
Now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Try running.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. Another run here with Dobbins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free, but we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
All right, let's roll.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. This is caught.
There we go.
Touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from going up by 30.
Well, defense are going to have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the first half of the season.
Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it.
Ooh, he's wide open.
Free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
A good return there.
Hey, Diz, you still in here, brother, or what?
And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And this will leave them a yard short.
I use a controller? Yeah, I'm on controller right now.
9 yards on 1st down.
So did you see if it's a boy or a girl yet, bro? Like, what's up?
After a very one-sided beginning to this one. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Haven't done touch for yet? Are you going to or what? Some people would rather have a surprise, right?
So here's the Cardinals offense.
I don't know if I would want a surprise. Like, I've never been in that position, but it might be something that I might, maybe. But I guess you can't, right? Because then you have to prepare and buy things and stuff. So, like, doing that is kind of rough.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. He's got the connection to Moore. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
3rd and 5.
5 yards.
He's going to try to run this.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride.
We're going to pinch on him.
Pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Escaping the pressure.
Maybe not.
Comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other
Damn
team
it.
down and they feel good.
That's the first time I've ever seen Anderson drop the ball.
Obvious thing people would say is just
He get that pass from me, I guess.
Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
There we go, baby. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Ravens. A great play there with an amazing diving catch. And the Ravens have got it on cruise control. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit
Let's go for the 2-point.
yet.
Well,
Just because.
The deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
There we go.
They are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go.
Team boy? What do you mean?
We're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job.
Oh, you want to be a boy? Okay, I get you. I get you.
They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to
What?
them in this game.
Ain't no way, bro.
MVU. Well done.
And almost, but not quite.
4th and 1.
Got 9. 4th down.
They're gonna try to run this, or they're gonna return. Really? I would on that. I would actually try to get that 1 yard, man. I would have.
He might loft it over your head.
So better to
I would have tried to run that 1 yard in, man. Fuck it.
Try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Very good return that time. 18 yards. Zay Flowers and the Raven offense back onto the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone.
Oh, I tried it. I tried it.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
That's taken in by Duvernay. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to
clear
the
here. Let's run it
the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets
Oh my God, what a run.
5-yard line. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win.
They ain't expecting me to run. I'm going to run it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move him down the field with his number.
We're going to run him again.
The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that.
Let's go for the attempt, man. Fuck it.
But he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Rolly, what up?
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And that is going to do it for this third. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the gun, Murray. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 3rd and 4.
They're going to really try to run it.
It's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken on the 25. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. With the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in?
It's caught inside the 25. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here, and when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Tucker with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field.
We're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8.
Now Murray.
Oh, nice one.
To Fournette, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Holding offense. Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
All right.
And this offense on 3rd down today, it has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Tyus Bowser racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Unable to corral him. He fights through. The danger of a punt that good? A 16-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over.
See if we could get it long, man.
Short side of the field.
Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can, like, see if we can throw it long right into
36
it.
now. First
Got
and
enough.
10.
I said you to sleep. All right, bro. We'll talk, man. We'll talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I see you soon, bro. I'll probably be live tomorrow or something.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, I think it's pretty evident.
Got Tran with the like. I appreciate it. What up?
Isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They go play action with Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first
Dylan, what's
down.
good with you?
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like
weekend
they're
was
not
good. It
gonna
was
stop
chilling, man.
throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws
You know
him
what?
level
Let's
with
run
Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half.
Oh, we're gonna run it.
It'll be 4th and inches.
We're gonna run it.
Dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Tucker now to kick it away following the
Yeah, I might have to up the difficulty next game, man. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna probably do that next.
And he'll get past the 20 to about the 22.
That neck.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The running back Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Murray. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. 5 yards.
Third and
Now
5.
it's 3rd and 5.
All right, we got.
He's been quiet today in the passing game. Just a
gotta
second
get-
catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Kyle Hamilton in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
A solid stiff arm.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
Now, hang on. We got an injured player down there.
Beckham's hurt?
That's Odell
That's crazy.
Beckham Jr., OBJ, who's hurting. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Here's Jackson to throw.
He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Jackson. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
And they're a perfect 5 for 5 now on 2-point conversions as he is in to get them 2 more.
Arizona's got to be pissed right now, right?
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum
that was nice
to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you.
All right, let's change something around. Option. Name options. How do you do it? How do we change the difficulty? All right, let's do that. Let's see how much harder it is. All right, let's see how much harder it is now. The thing is, between like rookie and pro, it's like, to me, it's like insane difference. You know what I mean? There's no like, they need like a middle, they need like a middle, like a middle between the two, you know? Because the shit be just, the computer be doing some weird shit, bro. That's all I gotta say.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9?
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win.
The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago.
21 carries, 88 yards and a touchdown.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Throwing now is Geno. And Lockett with a grab over the middle.
And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks first down as he'll get this up to the 32.
Out of the gun, Smith. It's
Creepy with the light. What up?
Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Late entrance say sometimes. I was kind of sick this weekend. I wasn't feeling
For
good.
this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the
Like,
field
I don't know
in
what
a hurry.
happened like, to
Brandon,
me
I'm
on
going to
like
age myself, but I'm gonna
Friday,
ask you,
Saturday.
when
I
you were
woke
in
up
high
like
school and there
I
was
took
injuries,
Theraflu and
did you
everything,
hear
so I thought I was
anything
getting the
from your
flu.
coaches?
Well, you hear
And then
it every
today I
week
was
now
feeling
in the
better.
NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roam the earth.
But yeah, it's gonna be like that probably for a while, man.
No, we've got to put in Davis.
For a little bit. It might be some late streams.
Geno now to throw. He completes this to Walker. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach.
Yeah, because unless we find, unless me and her decide, hey, we're gonna go to another city or do something. I've been kind of thinking about that. It's been, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like we need a good break from that for a while. Like, that's just the way I feel. You know.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
What the hell? How did he get so close, bro?
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
Bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season. A former MVP, it's Lamar Jackson.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
And the numbers for Andrews last week, he was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone.
Let's run this.
He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Oh, it's rough because this defense is rough at the line, man.
Now on the year, they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this,
ooh, I was almost intercepted.
in the postseason, and we know that
Gotta be
can
careful.
all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done. Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again.
But looking deep here for Flowers.
Damn.
Knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there. They were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to
We're going to try to go for like a tight end or something.
There's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson.
I'm sacked, bro.
He's taken down by
Damn
the
it.
Seahawk defense.
Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Here's Walker to start the drive. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Baltimore defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in trouble. The illegal contact, pass interference calls, they've got to make sure that they don't have those.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Smith.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
What's good with you, Sweepy? What are you doing? You working? What up?
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Play action. Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews.
3rd and 3.
4 yards there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson.
Oh!
Left side, Andrews with it complete.
I almost got. I thought I got intercepted on that. I ain't gonna lie. I was so close.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Complete to Likely on the out route. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Jackson now off the bootleg.
Oh!
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Damn it.
Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit, and let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
There we go.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
That was close, though, with that fumble, man.
Not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Jackson now.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, and his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone.
Here we go.
Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
All right.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
All right.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
Now Geno.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce in all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken it around the 40. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And they will take over 1st and 10. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now.
Oh,
better
no.
throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys
Dropped it.
downfield. Maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Complete.
It's caught. It's Flowers.
Yeah, he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 32 on the play.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan. Coach, past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the 1st half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now
we got to get out of this quick, so I need something. I need them
to truly have the control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
The throw over the middle, taken in. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, sack, baby.
Down he goes. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
The only reason we don't hear more about Smith as a blitzer is because he does so much elsewhere in the Bears and now the Ravens defenses. Still had 4.5 sacks last year, along with 169 tackles.
Now Smith looking to throw on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Jackson. Over the middle, and there's a diving.
What a catch, bro.
For a gain of 31.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. Well, the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
There we go.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here come the Seahawks now set to take over on offense. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Now Smith. He completes this to Walker. No gain on the play. And it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Smith now on second down. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
All right, we're going to throw it. I should be running, but.
Now it's Jackson. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Okay, so the penalty on the outside for illegal touching, and they'll have to come back and try it again.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? From the gun, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. And this is no good. Close.
Ow.
But he misses just left to the upright. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Ooh, another interception, man.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. Touchdown! Mark Andrews. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like...
I can't believe we're actually winning on pro, though, you know? Let me be real.
So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Tucker with the extra point. And it's now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Smith. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Patrick Queen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Smith. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. They only got a
First
couple.
and 10.
The couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Play action. Now Jackson.
Oh my God,
That's
bro.
going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make, and there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a
let's
close
go for
ball
the
game.
2-point
They actually put the
conversion.
Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground.
This quarterback shook, man.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Throwing out left and finding Likely. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just...
And they are going to score again.
Touchdown.
And yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes.
Go for the conversion. I don't even care, man. I'm going for this conversion. Fuck
Because
all
he has
that.
absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Game's over
Tucker
with.
now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
All right, chat.
So for the Ravens, they're setting themselves up
In a
as
couple
major
hours.
contenders. They moved
It's
to
gonna be like that
8-1
throughout
now on on the year.
I don't know.
And
The
they'll get
weeks,
another home date next week.
you know,
as
we
the
might
Browns
possibly
will come to
streams to
town.
kind of be like, you
Meanwhile,
know,
for the Seahawks, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6
in the mornings, you know
now
what I'm saying?
on the
Probably
year.
in the mornings.
And they'll get a chance to
maybe
redeem themselves
earlier.
at
Mickey will
home
see if we do some
next
stuff or
week.
whatever. Play everything by ear
So that'll
this
just
month,
about
I
do
guess.
it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. You've been
I
watching
appreciate
the
y'all,
NFL
man. I'm gonna catch y'all
on
later.
EA Sports. For more,
Peace,
log on to
peace.
easports.com. The Ravens are